Hey, this is Matt once again. What about another video? And this is another request from my good friend Afri, who wanted my first time reacting to this interview with Steven Seagal with Scott Adkins interviewing him. Scott Adkins has this show called The Art of Action, where he's interviewed people like Dolph Lundgren, Jeff Speakman, Richard Norton, Martha Costco, among others. Some I've liked more than others. I liked his interview with Jeff Speakman, although I do wish they had gone into Deadly Outbreak, Land of the Free, like the films no one talks about. Dolph Lundgren was the most disappointing because they skipped through so many of his films, like I Come in Peace and his direct-to-video stuff. I mean, they both even worked with the same director, Isaac Florentine. Dolph worked with him on Bridge of Dragons. Scott, of course, worked with him on Undisputed 2, Undisputed 3. You would think, hey, how was it working with him compared to I work with him now? And films like Men of War, just the Dolph Lundgren interviews, like half of it is about Rocky 4. And I'm sorry, we've all seen him, Dolph talk about Rocky 4. We haven't seen him talk about a lot of these other films, but that's just me. But overall, I think it is an interesting series of videos. When he announced that he was doing an interview with Steven Seagal, I'm like, why? Really? Like, before Jean-Claude Van Damme or any of these other guys, like Steven Seagal? But I've heard this isn't as bad as one would think, because Steven Seagal, listen, I have seen pretty much all of Steven Seagal's films. I've reviewed pretty much all of Steven Seagal's films on the channel. I know a bit about Steven Seagal. He's a man who's full of a lot of stuff, mainly shit. But, dude, my first reaction to this interview, I don't know if I can have the audio, so you might not be able to hear the audio, because I don't want to get in trouble. I mean, it might not even be for me showing the footage, but I would figure with the audio, go watch Scott's channel and his interview. This is me just in reacting to this, so let's get into it. So again, I probably won't have the audio for it, so I apologize. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. I like how Scott says, I'm very honored. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. Maybe he sincerely believes that, but fuck, do you want to be honored with Steven Seagal? Most recognized, sure. Well, not anymore. He gained like 250 pounds. I'm sorry, I respect Steven Seagal's early 90s run of stuff. I've liked a lot of his older films, but this guy has pulled so much bullshit through. Well, says who? Who says he was the first white man? Maybe he himself says it. Your father was a Russian Mongol? Steven Seagal, you just get the idea, even in this already, that he just than you. Scott Atkins, I know I'm better than you. I know how to beat you up with my pinky and then eat you like a hot dog. And I'm wearing these sunglasses even though I'm inside. He thinks Scott Adkins doesn't know what the fuck halftime is? Steve Seagal literally thought that Scott Adkins did not know what halftime was because he's fucking British. Because British people don't know what halftime is. Nah, I'm sure you don't know what halftime is. I mean, I know because I'm teen shit and my shit don't stink. In fact, my shit comes out immediately as roses and smell like potpourri. Get the fuck out of here. Seagal, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. That's why you ran away to fucking Russia. I mean, I'm listening to what Seagal's saying, but part of me just wondering how much is he full of shit. There's been many times where he has lied, where he's like, "Oh, I worked with the FBI," or I fought the mafia." Plus all the stories about him being a complete another fucking dickhead, and people literally having nightmares working with him. I mean, like Anthony Hitchcock's that director talked about how he worked with Dolph Lundgren. He's like, okay, we had our problems, but Dolph was pretty decent guy. And then Steven Seagal's name come up, it's like, oh man, never again, that fucking guy. That's why people will be willing to work with Dolph Lundgren to this day, but no one wants to work with Steven Seagal. Just how much of a control freak. He'll do a little bit, he'll sit his ass down. Look, these two knuckles. Maybe break those fucking glasses off your face. Your goddamn weave of a hair. I mean, yeah, I know I don't have hair. That's why I fucking shave it. Here, what is that? It's like a. No, I'm sorry. I can't say this because I have seen every fucking Steven Seagal film. My reviews are up. I love Above the Law. Out for Justice is my favorite. I like Hard to Kill. I like March for Death. I like Under Siege. I like Under Siege 2. I like The Deliver Man even. I even like Izzard Wounds. After that, 99% shit except maybe Urban Justice. And maybe one or two more. What was the other fucking one? There was one or two other films that were alright for what they were. I forgot what the hell they were called. But I saw Black Dawn. Saw a lot of those fucking things. I wouldn't be surprised he never even met that guy. Like he doesn't even. Did you hear, by the way, if you look up, who was it? Oh, Atomic Blonde. Charlize Theron. She talked shit about Steven Seagal when that movie, The Old Guard, was coming out. And I don't know how he came up in conversation, but apparently she's like, oh, that Steven Seagal ain't shit. I will say when I watch this, it looks cool and it looks effective this way. But of course, it's always with Artito, how much of that is an actual effective art? Do you never see anyone else using Artito, whether it be in movies or even in real life? And part of you goes, okay, how much is it you doing it? How much is the other person flipping? But it looks very cool in a movie. And maybe early on, like it looks cool. But then part is like, okay, how much is that actually effective in a real life circumstance? You know what? I know this is not right, but to be honest, Seagal hasn't said anything stupid. Seems like maybe so far he's actually humble. Maybe that won't last. But I already need to take a piss. This was listen to Steven Seagal talk. It makes me want to piss. So there you go. I'm going to piss. I can't help it. Like a lot of the bullshit of Steven Seagal just flow down my body right into the fucking toilet. People are like, why are you so mean about Steven Seagal, Matt? What have you done? You know what? I haven't done. I haven't beat the shit out of women. Like I've heard all the stories about Seagal, or all of the horrible stories of people working with this guy. Oh yeah, no one has ever seen a non-Japanese until you. Until yeah, fucking Sam Seagal is not fucking tall. But all of the horrible people, I mean, the horrible things people have said about him, and I believe it. You know, John Leguizamo talking about how Seagal bashed him against a fucking wall because he wanted to be called commander while making an executive decision. How he would want stories to be changed on a whim and not want to help and not give a fuck about his movies, so that he doesn't even do his fights anymore. He just has a fucking double come in. He sits on his chair, does a couple close-ups, and then fucking leave. How, you know, Kelly LeBrock, who used to be with him, talk about how much of a piece of shit he is. So I believe it. Plus, when he does interviews where, hey, do you consider Jordan Van Dam or Michael Clark Duncan, or can I laugh in your face? Can I laugh in your face? Oh, I see. You don't want to laugh in fucking Scott Atkins' face. How about you try saying that shit to Michael? Did I say Michael Clark Duncan? Well, he probably wouldn't beat him up either, but Michael Jai White. Now, I will say that old school stuff does look good. I will say, with Impact. Bullshit. Steven Seagal does not fucking train nowadays. He maybe trains how to put fucking butter on a sandwich, or trains how long it takes to be in the fucking vat of KFC, or trains a fucking cow how to move precisely for him to kill it and make a bunch of fucking hamburgers from it. Maybe that's what he trains. What, all the training went to his belly? No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make fun of him because I had to suffer through all of his fucking direct-to-video films. He's the worst fucking guy in the direct-to-video action market. Theatrical, some really good stuff. Direct-to-video, 99% were shit. Today You Die, Black Dawn, all that crap. And then all the horror stories and interviews. Michael Jai White, is he a martial artist? Can I laugh in your face? Is he a tough guy? Can I laugh in your face? Even Dolph Lundgren he could not give credit to. Fuck this guy. That's why no one likes this guy. A couple people like Van Damme at least, but no one likes this guy. And Van Damme has learned to be humble. That's okay. I'll lose and die in Enemies Closer. I'll lose to Stallone in Expendables 2. I'll lose to Scott Adkins and Day of Reckoning. As much as I don't like the film, Van Damme will be humble. Seagal never did. I'm laughing because Seagal's like, my dream was to be the best martial artist in the world. And Scott almost seemed like he was hesitating. Yeah, I can see how you want to be that. Maybe it wasn't on purpose. Just Scott actually seems like a very nice guy. So, complete opposite of Steve Seagal. But, and all the stories you hear, like there's a Rob Schneider story he told on Howard Stern where I don't know why Steven Seagal was nearby. It might have been the SNL catastrophe, and Rob Schneider overheard that Steven Seagal said, "I read the best script ever." Who wrote it? Me. And I could buy that with Seagal. Hey, I'd ask this question. Hey, Mr. Steven Seagal, why did you run away to Russia? Why are you in Russia right now? How come in your fights, how come in your movies, 99% of them now are fight doubles? How come you don't do your own fights in movies? That's the thing with Steven Seagal that's sad. I love his early films. I love the look of Aikido. It's striking as a visual medium. Maybe not practical in real life, but it's striking to look at. Okay, now I'm going to try to listen. Just at least is now about some of his movies. Now Nico is the alternate, like, overseas title. We know as Above the Law. I agree with Scott with the way he described it, with how cinematic and the breaking and smashing through stuff, smashing through furniture. I agree. That helps with the impact of the scenes. Scott's talking about how his buddy was inspired. Part of me is like, Steve Seagal's like, I don't give a fuck about your friend. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about you. I bet I could kick your friend's ass. I swear that's what Steve Seagal was thinking. I think I could kick your friend's ass, Scott. I think I could kick his ass. All of these guys are high-level black belts? Really? All of these guys are high-level black belts, Seagal? All of these guys? Why do I find it hard to believe that all those guys are high-level black belt guys? Maybe some of them. So this guy that took the hit was a black belt student as well. Seagal keeps saying that, he's very adamant that if you don't do it right, you don't break your neck. As if to, again, hey, you mess with me, I'll break necks. So they're hard to kill. Oh, we're not even going to talk about hard to kill. Okay. Are we not going about hard to kill? We're not going to talk about that probably because killing LeBrock. So pretty much he's talking about above the law. He's not even talking about marked for death. He's talking about above the law, about how we above the law we had this guy who is a cowboy type of guy, stunt coordinator. He didn't know how to do aikido. He had a couple lessons from people, placing cameras, and did basic things. Well, you don't fucking do that nowadays. You haven't done that for the past 20 fucking years. I don't know, Scott. Maybe you should ask Gary Daniels about how much he loved working with him on Submerged. Say, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna beat you up, and you're not gonna land a punch on me. I'm gonna throw you a couple times, and I'm gonna kill you. I didn't. Scott, ask Gary Daniels. See how the fuck he loved working with Seagal. Seagal was talking about how he wants to make things more crazy and real, so it's not that rehearsed. No, it's because you're fucking lazy and you want to sit on your ass and be like, you know what? You don't even do your own fights anymore. But Scott's a nice guy. He doesn't go into that stuff. I would. Is what's the worst? He's going to say fuck you, and I say, oh, fuck you too, and that's it. Scott, you don't want to work with Seagal. Trust me. No one wants to work with Steven Seagal. And if you do, you're going to be really disappointed. So I learned nothing. Hard to Kill was not even talked about, really. I learned nothing of Marked for Death other than, like, nothing. Seagal's proud that he never took acting lessons. Me, you kidding me? I never took acting lessons. No. But to be fair, I liked his acting in the early films. I do. I do. But to be proud, that's what it seemed like. Oh, now, he was close friends with James Coburn back in the day. He was close friends with James Coburn back in the day. Okay. So apparently it was his idea to put the cue ball in the bar rag. He's like, that would hurt, Scott. That would hurt. No shit. I thought it would feel like fucking pillows. Dan Inosanto. Who the fuck? Who the fuck thought you were standing up? No one thought you were standing up, Seagal. Come on. Even I knew you were on your knees. It's fucking clearly obvious you're on your knees. It's obvious you're on your knees here. He's still like, I'm on my knees, I'm on my knees, I'm on my knees. Who? William Forsythe. Scott. It's William Forsythe. William Forsythe. It's William Forsythe. Wow, no one knows William Forsythe's name. Wow. Yeah, ask William Forsythe about him working with Seagal. I don't get to see those anymore. What the hell does that mean? You don't get to see those anymore. Hey, maybe if you made less Under Siege, S-E-I? S-E-I. I didn't know Siege was spelled S-E-I-G. I thought S-I-E, not S-E-I, but I before E, except after C. So they spelled Under Siege wrong. I don't know who edited the video, but they fucked up the spell of Under Siege. Danny. Danny isn't Dan Inosanto. At Brandon Lee's funeral, the first thing he says is, I love that knife fight in Under Siege. Tommy Lee Jones, pretty physical. Okay. Doubling one. Oh my god. Wow, we didn't even talk about Under Siege much at all, did we? Fuck's sake. What did we learn about Under Siege? We didn't learn anything about Under Siege. How did you get part of the film? How was it working on the film? How was it working on a bigger budget studio film? How did you get to direct the film? What about your hissy film? Is that your decision? How about the fact that you died? Is that decision? You wanted to hold up the movie and said, no, I don't want to die anymore. Even though you said yes. If you want to make one of the best fights in the world, you do it in the bathroom. His favorite fight he's ever done is the one in Attrition. Okay, Seagal didn't do the kicks. You got CGI blood. Yeah, a little bit more Steven Seagal compared to other direct-to-video films, to be fair. It's a really shitty movie still, though. Fucking bad CGI blood. Seagal doesn't know those films. Your actions never spit up. Bullshit! Uh, I've seen Fire Down Below. There are literal moments where the stuff is sped up. And I like Fire Down Below. I do like Fire Down Below. So now he says that Jackie Chan and Jet Li have sped up their fight scenes a lot. That's fucking bullshit, Steven Seagal. I have seen your films. There have been times where the fucking action has been sped up. Maybe it wasn't your decision. Cause you barely do anything. Of course it's your own fucking speed. You don't fuck. You're full of shit. You are full of shit. You are full of shit. You are full of shit. You never speed stuff up. You are full of shit, Steven Seagal. You are full of fucking shit. That's plain. Yeah, witnesses in your fucking pity bank. Fucking full of shit. No, don't watch Attrition. Don't watch Attrition. Ain't worth shit. He has more. I will be fair. He does more in there than the 20 other direct-to-video films before that, but fucking ridiculous. Wow. I'm kind of stunned that Steven Seagal actually gave someone props. They actually gave Bruce Lee props for the sidekick. That's fucking rare. Man, that deserves a drink. With its fucking rarity. So they're talking about Bruce Lee and actually giving some props to Bruce Lee, so yeah, pretty rare for Seagal to do, so go watch the other interview he did with, what was the guy's name? It's out there where he talked shit about Michael J. White, Van Damme, all these other guys, so he likes fight scenes that's in articulate, beautiful things. Well, you don't fucking do that in your goddamn movies. Your direct-to-video films. You didn't fucking do any of that. Also with the 10 on the bite, I thought that was... No, there he goes. I do find it ironic that he gets Van Damme's rival, Steve Seagal, before Dean Van Damme, the guy he's worked with multiple times. He talks about how he doesn't like wire work, and he does mention that he did exit wounds, which I will agree, that's one of the few problems in exit wounds. So apparently he broke his leg during exit wounds because of the wire work. So Scott Atkins will seem to go laugh in your face? So now it talks about him being the corner of these UFC guys. Which even the UFC guys think Seagal's full of shit. Like, he didn't teach Anderson Silva a fucking kick. This is a guy that barely kicks in his fucking films. Once in a blue moon he does a kick, but... So Steven Seagal taught them to do a front kick. More like, hey, let me get your opinion. Okay, that's how you do a kick. Okay. Now see, I was working with them constantly, and they did these kicks, and they knocked them out. Oh, shut up. Stupid thing. Oh, give me a fucking break. Humility, respect for others. You're full of shit. Humility? Let me go ask the 85 people that could give you 5-page hate-filled letters about how much of a piece of shit you were working with. Let's play back the interview with the guy where you said, Michael J. White's a tough guy? Can I laugh in your face? Jean-Claude Van Damme? Can I laugh in your face? How about back in Arsenio Hall days when Van Damme said nice things about you in Arsenio Hall? Then when you were in Arsenio Hall, all you did was talk shit about Van Damme. I don't know about those, fuck, man. Hmm. I got 2 minutes left. Well, this was a request from my friend Efrey. Pretty much just talking about UFC, MMA. I watched this for 42 minutes. I didn't learn a fucking thing about Steven Seagal. I mean, talking about his movies. What did I learn about his movies? I guess he broke his leg on exit wounds. Hard to Kill, they skipped. Dollar Man, nothing. On Daily Ground, not much. Under Siege. Oh, Tommy Jones was a physical guy. Out for Justice. Oh, I was on my knees. Some people said I was standing up. See, I'm on my knees. I'm like, I could fucking tell you that right there. Steven Seagal would like to make a western. Steven Seagal's like, yeah, so I could kill you and break your neck. Let's do a movie, Scott. Yeah, namaste, namaste. Fuck off, Steven Seagal. Wow, granted, he was not as much of a dickhead as other interviews. The Voice, I think that was called The Voice. I forget what interview it was. You can find it. But I learned absolutely nothing from this interview. Above the law, I learned that apparently all of the people he used are black belt students of his. Hard to Kill, didn't talk about. March for Death. Oh, well, this guy in Above the Law, this stunt coordinator, I should say, he didn't know how to shoot Aikido, so I would move the camera and wide shots. Under Siege, Tommy Jones, he's a physical guy. Oh, Out for Justice before that. Um, when someone's running for you, you just move out of the way. They didn't even remember William Forsythe's name. Like, come on. Like, Scott, okay, but Seagal, you worked with the guy. You can't remember his name. And it's fucking William Forsythe. And then that end, like the whole humility and respect other people. You are so full of shit, Seagal. You're a hippopotamus of hypocrisy. That's your fucking nickname. The hippopotamus of hypocrisy. Fuck Steven Seagal, man. This fucking asshole. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. This interview was a bust. I didn't learn a fucking thing about Seagal. Most of what he said was probably full of shit anyway. So this was just a bust of a fucking interview for me. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.